What's going on, my dear kumquats? Welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the last faction that we have yet to cover in the base set of Smash Up, and it is none other than the zombies. Now, I just said this, the zombies were released in the base game, and that is the last time I'm going to be saying blank was released in the base game. Let's move on, shall we? Now, the zombies are technically a standard faction having 10 minions and 10 actions. However, we're going to see a little bit of a discrepancy here. There are 4 level 2s, and there are 3 more level 2s, being the Tenacious Zs. Now, the Tenacious Zs should be power level 3, as in normal Smash Up factions. However, the Tenacious Z is very overpowered. The Tenacious Z is definitely one of the most well-known minions in the entire game. There are 2 level 4s, and there is 1 level 5. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what the abilities of all these minions are. You have 4 walkers that let you look at the top card of your deck, and then you can discard it if you'd like, or just return it to the top of the deck. You have 3 Tenacious Zs, which are extremely powerful, and they state that during your turn, you may play this card from your discard pile as an extra minion, and you can only use 1 Tenacious Z each turn. So you can't stack them in one turn, but it's pretty nice because it basically means every time you have a Tenacious Z in your discard pile, you're going to have an extra minion play. Very, very powerful. You have 2 Gravediggers that say you get to place a minion from your discard pile into your hand. And then you have the Big Daddy, the Zombie Lord, that says you get to play an extra minion of power 2 or less from your discard pile on each base where you have no minions. Now, the zombies have 10 actions, and let's start us off with They Keep Coming, which you have 2 copies of, and it says you get to play an extra minion from your discard pile. And the theme is zombies, so of course, coming back from the discard pile, coming back from the dead, it makes sense. You have 2 copies of Grave Robbing, which says place a card from your discard pile into your hand. 1 copy of Overrun, which says you get to play it on a base, and other players cannot play minions on this base, but you have to destroy this action at the start of your turn. So basically, you have 1 free turn of nobody gets to play any minions on a base of your choosing. 1 copy of Lend a Hand, which says shuffle any number of cards from your discard pile into your deck. You have 1 copy of Mall Crawl, which says search your deck for any number of cards with the same name and place them into your discard pile. Shuffle your deck. Seems like a pretty great card to use for Tenacious Zs, am I right? You have 1 copy of Outbreak, which says play an extra minion on a base where you have no minions. 1 copy of Not Enough Bullets, which says place any number of minions with the same name from your discard pile into your hand. And then finally, They're Coming to Get You, which says you get to play it on a base, and ongoing, on your turn, you may play a minion here from your discard pile instead of your hand. So the zombies are pretty dang good at never running out of minions. Being able to come back from the discard pile and still have your regular play from hand just means you're going to have a ton of minions. You also have spam capabilities from the discard pile, which is pretty much the same exact thing, except for if we're taking a look at something like the robots, which are spam from hand, well, the zombies are spam from discard pile. You're going to see pretty much the same exact cards from that top row in the bottom row, and that is exactly what I've done here. Now, talking about the zombies' weaknesses, is there really one? Do they really have one? Let me know in the comments below. I am struggling to find one. The zombies are pretty good at just coming back from the discard pile, which in essence is one of the weaknesses of a lot of factions. When you run out of stuff, what are you gonna do? The zombies let you get that stuff from the discard pile and keep coming back. It's a train that really never stops, and that seems pretty dang good to me. Moving on to the great pairings for the zombies, it's pretty much a given that we have to talk about one of the greatest pairings since the base game, and that is the zombie robots. Being able to spam from the discard pile and spam from your hand is one of the greatest combos you could ever do in Smash Up. Moving on to another pairing, we have the Ghost, and now the Ghosts are all about discarding cards from your hand, so that when you have a low hand size, your Ghosts become more powerful. Well, the zombies are pretty dang good at just doing that. Being able to come from the discard pile and not really worry about what's in your hand makes a pretty good pairing between the zombies and the Ghosts. The Ghosts let you also discard cards, which the zombies love, and they also have extra benefits, like Shady Deal. And hey, you can't say no to more victory points. Another pairing that I thought would be great were the Zombie Princesses. Now, the Zombie Princesses all have power level 5 minions, not much of them, because obviously they are all level 5. However, the zombies are pretty good at taking things from the discard pile and bringing them back. So the Zombie Lord being able to throw back 2 level 5s is pretty dang powerful. Not to mention all of the princesses have pretty dang good talents and abilities, so being able to just have them out on the board as long as possible Seems like a pretty good strategy. What does the community think the greatest pairings are for the zombies? Well, it turns out that the ghosts are the #1 choice. Being 14 votes at 32% of the votes, the ghosts get the #1 slot. Moving on down the line, the robots coming in second with 9 votes, the killer plants with 5, the mythic horses with 4, the geeks with 4, the aliens with 2, the rock stars with 2, the elder things with 2, and finally the cyborg apes and kitty cats coming in at 1 vote apiece. And then moving on to the non-ideal pairings for the zombies. And now moving on to the favorable matchups for the zombies. Any faction that likes to play the slow game is pretty much something that's gonna be favorable for the zombies. And what I mean by that are factions that take a while to really set up their game plan. Things like the elder things or the grannies or the pirates that really like to, slowly play it out, destroy minions, or build up an engine, so to speak. That's kind of what we're looking at here when we're talking about playing the slow game. And the zombies, as long as they have as much time as possible, they are seriously just going to overrun those factions. Now, I can't really say that the zombies have any unfavorable matchups. I really think that's far from the case. However, there are cards such as Shinobi and Green Trooper that are really annoying for the zombies. Being able to just let the zombies spam on their own base and build it up and break it themselves, and being able to sneak in for a 2nd or 3rd place victory is kind of annoying for the zombies. Not saying that it's unfavorable, but those are some pretty big annoyances for the zombies. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is the whole base set faction reviews wrapped up. So incredibly thankful for all of you guys that have joined the channel since the beginning. And for all you new guys who haven't been, please click the subscribe button and continue to join the journey with us as we go through the later expansions that were released for the game. We won't be going in order. I don't know what I want to do yet, but we do have a special giveaway before we move on to any other expansions. That's right, I'm giving away one of the Smash Up expansions, It's Your Fault. In order to enter the contest, you have to be subscribed, you have to like the video, and comment down below what is your favorite Smash Up expansion. I will be announcing the winner at the end of our top 10 favorite faction themes video that's coming next week, so make sure you are staying tuned for that. And until next time, you guys stay safe out there, you guys have a great time gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!